SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 15 in the NFL, and we're talking right now with Al McMordie from BigAl.com, whose record in the NFL this year at his website is 62-40. That is not too shabby. Al, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks a lot, Peter. It's good to be here.
All right, tell us a little bit about your website, BigAl.com, and brag a little bit about your NFL results this year.
Well, it's been a great year in the NFL. You just mentioned the record, 62 wins, 40 losses, and actually it could be a little bit better. Those are actually against the worst numbers. I think a lot of my clients are probably 1 or 2 games better than that this season. And last season we were documented #1 in pro football by the Sports Monitor of Oklahoma City. So we've been tremendous in the NFL. And if folks go to my website, they can get 3 free picks every day from myself and from Larry Ness. Just go to BigAl.com and click on the free picks page. You get 2 free picks there. You also get a 3rd free pick from Larry Ness on our homepage at BigAl.com. And then, of course, the best page is the picks for sale page, where all the handicappers put up their best selections every day. Folks like myself, Larry Ness, Wayne Root, Scott Spreitzer, Ben Burns, Tom Stryker, Brian Leonard, the list goes on. A lot of tremendous handicapping at the website, BigAl.com.
Okay, sounds good, Al. The second game that you requested this week is New Orleans at St. Louis. Now, St. Louis, of course, blown out by Arizona, and now they're officially mathematically out of playoff contention. New Orleans, at home in the Dome, they got a big win over the Panthers. A lot of people were guessing that might happen. Of course, New Orleans has a huge advantage when they're playing at home. So here they go on the road. They're a 5.5-point road favorite. Obviously, they're superior team. The Rams out of playoff contention. So the question is, where's the motivation here? I'm sure you have some stats and past trends that can shed some light on this. I guess maybe if I had to make a bet right now, before I hear what you have to say about it, I might lean towards the under 46.5. But what's your take on these lines, Al?
I thought you were going to say you knew where I was going with this game, because, with some of these games, I think it's pretty obvious where I'm going to go. And the last 3 weeks of the NFL season, I find very interesting. This is when the playoff positioning tends to come into focus. Certain teams need to win to make the playoffs. Other teams are eliminated from the playoff chase. That's, of course, the situation here. But what we get in the last 3 weeks, when we get these situations, we get value on the teams that are out of playoff contention, and then they're now playing teams that kind of, still are in the running, as New Orleans is. And one of the things I love to do in Week 14 is take home underdogs that are losing teams, if they're off a loss and their opponent is off a win. These teams have cashed 61% since 1980. It's just a time-worn angle, and it's very simple. And late in the year, it really doesn't hurt to take these teams that are out of the playoff race. You get value with these teams. You touched upon the fact that New Orleans has such a strong home field. They're 7-0 this season at home, winning by 17 points a game. But on the road, it's a completely different story. On the road, New Orleans this year is 3-3 with a point spread mark of 2-4, getting outscored by about 4 points per game. And I don't want to lay points on the road in this situation with the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to take the points here, with the St. Louis Rams.
All right, feels like a very sharp plan. I have to assume that New Orleans is going to be a big public side here. So at the very least, I have to assume that this is going to be a big anti-public play. I like it a lot. Al McMordie recommending a play on the Rams, plus 5.5 over the Saints. Thanks, Al. Talk to you again next week.